Alright guys, so welcome back to another interesting episode on Niger Anchor News Sports section. I'm Santhiago, Jose, your host. So today we're talking about the Copa America and the Euros. So the first round of the Euro is over and we had thrilling encounters. We have Spain picking up their second win, Portugal picking up their second win, and we also have Germany picking up their second win. Then we have teams like Poland being kicked out of the competition. So it's a very bad one for Lewandowski. He didn't play the first match. He only came in through the second match, but he was injured and he started from the bench. So I think that really affected his team a lot. You know, he's the star player there and he's the goal poacher there. So in today's episode, we're going to take a look at the best teams of the tournament so far, and we're going to rank them from the top 8 because that is what I actually have here. So let's go straight to the point. The top 8 team in the second round of the Euro 2024 is England. You see, England were very alpha against Denmark, and they suffered, and plus the Alexander-Arnold Trent's midfield experiment, it didn't like pave way for Southgate. He didn't get what he was looking at, and then they still suffer considering the fact that they don't have that wide wing guy who can cut in if Hurricanes drops down. So it affected them very much. But as stand, England have about 99.9% to qualify to the next stage because so far they have 4 points from 2 matches. That is so they still stand a chance to qualify. They're still bigger to qualify, but that is all. Our top 7 is Denmark. You see, Denmark were very well. Denmark played very well against England. They were very organized and they played so much. And I like the head position, the return position. That scored a very wonderful goal. So so far they are the big team there, and we give it up to them. So it's not surprising that they make our top 8. So talking about position, on number 7 we have Austria. So Austria under Rangnick, they played very well. I think they hold position. They play like an oil machine, and they deserve the 3 points they got against Poland in Berlin. So maybe you might want to begin to look at them like one of the top contenders for this tournament, but it's not wrong because the team looks very organized. And this got people wondering, maybe Rangnick was not actually the problem at Manchester United. Maybe, just maybe. Okay, so on number 6 we have Netherlands. So considering the fact that they lost one of their star midfield player, Frankie de Jong, on the eve of the tournament, but they fought very hard to get a victory against Poland, and then in their second match they fought so hard to draw against France. If not that Xavi's goal was disallowed wrongly by Anthony Taylor, they would have come away with a victory against France. But the 1-1, the 0-0 draw against France show how much these guys are looking, because France is also considered as the favorite to win the tournament, but the Netherlands, they did very well in the second half. Number 4, we have France. So France were not much eye-catching when they played against Netherlands. Netherlands had the better side of them, but maybe I understand. Maybe it's due to the absence of Kylian Mbappe, their star player. You know, when you play without your star player, there's that spirit in the team that makes you feel somehow. But even when they play with Mbappe, the first match they scrapped through. I said it on this show. The first match, it was just a scrapped win. They just got an own goal and they won. So I think the French team need to come back, but they really tried, considering playing without Mbappe against a team like Netherlands. Even a team like Netherlands before the start of the tournament was one of the favorite as well, so like top 10 favorite to win this tournament. So I understand where the French teams come in, playing a big team like Netherlands and then playing without their star player. Kylian Mbappe was also a problem for them. But the next match, Kylian Mbappe is back, and as it stands, France have 4 points and they're not yet sure of qualification to the next round. It's going to be a very big shame if they end up not qualifying, but Mbappe is coming back for their next match, so we're going to see how they will play. Number 3 on our list is Portugal. So in their first match, Portugal played a 3-5-2 formation, which did not really work out very well for them. And then in the second match, they reverted back to the normal 4-3-3 formation. I don't know what Robert Martinez was thinking I don't know what's wrong with that guy actually. Roberto Martinez, he tried to experiment like what Southgate did with England, tried to experiment, but you don't experiment on a major tournament like this. Before this, you have qualifiers, you have friendlies. That is where you should actually experiment. But it's good for them that they reverted back to their 4-3-3. And if you check out in their last match, they played very well, scoring 4 goals and all interesting. And I think we are seeing the best version of Portugal. And once again, they reinstated that they are one of the favorites to win this tournament. So they won it in 2016 when they played badly. In fact, in that tournament, they qualified as the best losers. But this particular one, they are playing very round is guaranteed. So number 2 is the host, Germany. You see, Germany were not able to bang like 5 goals as they did in their first match against Scotland, but they played impressively where they won 2-0 in that match, and they have solidified their position as one of the top contenders for this trophy. I think Julian is getting the best out of his team. In the last 2 or back-to-back competition, 3 competition like that, Euro, World Cup, and then World Cup again, Germany got kicked out of the group stage, and this is the first time that they have actually qualified from group stage in over almost 10 years now. So it's very surprising, but it's incredible. And considering the fact, I always said it, hosting a competition gives you that extra edge, okay, because you have all the fans around you, so it gives you that extra edge. So I think that's what Germany are riding on. They have that 12th player, which is the home team. They always turn up to watch them, so they should go all the way to maybe semi-finals or even finals or even to win it. I see them in that position. So the top spot for my ranking in this round of 2 is Spain. You see, the Spanish team is it consists of mostly of young players. We have Lamine Yamal on the ranks. We also have Nico Williams on the ranks. So these guys have been causing damages up front. And then when you come to midfield, we have Ruiz in the midfield, Andrea Ruiz in the midfield, and then we have Rodri also in the midfield with that experience. Now this team is very balanced. If Spain did not win this competition, then it's just a case of bad luck, because you talk about balance, it's balanced in midfield. They have the young players up front, and then they have the experienced ones in the midfield, and you come to defend is mixed. So I think the Spanish team have a lot to say, and so far they have the best outing in the second round of this competition. They are among the first people to book their spot to the next round on a grand style. So I'm tipping the Spanish people to go all the way to win, because this team is actually balanced. And then if you watch the Spanish lately, they have kind of modified. They are not just about tiki-taka, because of these fast players they have on the flank, Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams. They are very fast on the flanks. They cut in, they dribble in, and they cross it in. So if you watch the Spanish match now, it's not all those boring tiki-taka in the midfield, passing the ball around. And I think this is the reason why they have been scoring goals. They've scored a lot of goals this season, unlike the Spanish team that will just go and score 1 goal and then they play another one, they score 1 goal. But this team is, I think we are seeing a different version of the Spanish team, and it's going to be good for them. So guys, that is all we have for our top ranking. So in the Copa America yesterday, Brazil drew 0-0 against Costa Rica. Nobody was expecting that. We thought it was going to be a stroll to the park for the Brazil team, but that is what we have. It shows you how tough the Copa America is as well. Now, before this tournament, Kylian Mbappe made a statement that the Euro is the toughest competition to win between World Cup and, in fact, he just said the Euros is the toughest competition. It's tougher than winning a World Cup. So let's see how it's going to be. But the finalissima proved otherwise, because the champion of Copa America and the champion of Euros met, and the champions of Copa America dealt a huge blow to the champion of Europe. So we use this kind of statistics to say which competition is tough for me, which competition is tough, because statistics speak. We can have our personal opinions as well, but statistics don't lie. So I think going with statistics, the Copa America is the toughest competition to win. All right, guys, that's all we have for today. Thanks for watching through to the end. We'll see you tomorrow in another episode.